Welcome back, my aspiring character designers, I think. Um, Obviously, we've got another slightly boring one, I'm afraid. To hide, by the way, you press H and Alt H to unhide. I thought while we're doing a slightly more boring one again, what I'm going to do, if I select the right one, is while I'm doing it, I'm going to like sort of walk you through some resources and things like that I've always found incredibly useful. The first one I'm going to mention, you've probably already heard of, because if you know anything about Blender or you're interested in Blender, he's the first person you're going to find. Of course, Blender Go. I was never taught to do any of the sort of stuff I can do through like any kind of courses or anything like that. I learned pretty much exclusively from Blender Go. He easy to follow, he makes sense, he explains it well. I can't recommend him enough, to be fair. Yeah, obviously me. I obviously, yeah. He's pretty much my inspiration for making this series as well, because the point of this series was that everything I know, I learned from following people who are nice enough to make series to help people. So yeah, my inspiration for doing it is to try and give that back. Yeah, I don't make any money off these videos. It's literally just so I can try and help other people to maybe enjoy it. Because, yeah, like there are careers and things like that you could aim for. Maybe not so much through Blender, although you could do it in Blender. The market's not really on Blender, usually on Maya, but the skills are transferable to an extent. So you could learn on Blender and then transfer over later if you wanted to, or anything like that. But yeah, either way, the most important thing is that you just enjoy doing it. And I do. I'm pretty sure Blender Guru does. Andrew, I think his name is. Great fun to watch. If I can work out which one this is. There it is. Yeah. Who else do I watch a lot of? Oh, I can't remember his name. It's DG something. Can't remember his name, which is a shame. You've probably stumbled upon his videos as well if you follow Blender. He does a lot of stuff in Blender. CG Cookie, that's the one. Yeah, he does a lot of stuff in Blender. Also really useful, talks while he does stuff, and really good way of just picking up what they do. Anything from the basics with the hotkeys to slightly more complicated things, like all into compositing and texturing. And texturing isn't too difficult, but to be fair, I still struggle with compositing a bit. Yeah, that's a relatively good one. Depending on what it is you want help with, sometimes just Google it. Blender is quite a popular program. It might not be industry standard, but it is one of the most popular ones. And the best thing about Blender, in my opinion, is that if you're stuck on something, someone else has got stuck on that before and has probably answered the question or asked it and someone else has answered. Amazing how easy it is to find out how to do stuff on Blender. Okay. I'm going to leave that bit for now and then move off to go around the body again. I would recommend you grab yourself, say, an ArtStation account. It's not mandatory, obviously, but having somewhere to put your work up, to get criticism for your work, and to feel proud of it is, I think, quite important. I always aim for every piece I make to be something that I can be proud of. Um, it doesn't matter um, how much effort was required. I want to make sure that I enjoy the finished product. Um, and generally, whether or not the artist enjoys the finished product doesn't tend to matter so much on the quality and more about how much they enjoyed it. And yeah, I think trying to take pride in what you do is a good step for that. Um, what else would I say? Um, oh, don't just do the same thing all the time. If you want to be a sort of all-rounder so that you can do multiple different sort of models and you can do architecture or you can do characters, um, you don't want to focus too much on a specific one. You want to make sure you sort of keep all of your skills up to date. If you do want to focus on something specific, so say you want to do specifically character design, that's fine. But even then, character design is a broad topic. You want to make sure that you're doing things in different styles. So sometimes you might want to go for a photorealistic. Sometimes you might want to do sort of more a caricature style. So just keep practicing and practicing and practicing. Essentially, never. If you're just doing the same thing over and over again, you probably aren't really practicing it anymore, and you're just intentionally staying inside your comfort zone. I would say not to do that. Just try to constantly keep yourself on edge in terms of comfort zone. Some people might disagree with that, and that's fine. Perfectly allowed to disagree. I just think it's quite good as an artist to challenge yourself and to put yourself up and give yourself the chance to mess up. Because you very often learn so much more when you do something wrong and then work out why it's wrong. Or you say you're doing, say, hair, and then you make it, and then you look at it at the end and think, oh, that's really flat. Next time you'll go into it and you'll be thinking, all right, last time I made it really flat and I didn't like that, so I'm going to fix that. And that means you've evolved, you've improved from that one mistake. You've improved. But if you do something and you look at it and you think, oh yeah, that looks good, you don't change it, then you don't know if that's the best one. That might not be the best one. Like there might be so many better options for you to do, but you'll never know if you stick to just that one thing. So experiment. I ranted a lot there. I apologize. I'm going to go jump over the elbow completely. That should be about where the elbow is. Yeah. A little bit further along. I'm very intentionally leaving a very long, stretched out piece over the elbow because I want to do some weird topology around it. And that'll become clear soon. I feel like this is just the easiest way to do that. Another one is don't become discouraged. Like a lot of people like to join art communities, and I think that's brilliant. I think you should try and socialize as much with other artists and things that you can, and get them to criticize your work, help them criticize their work, and just make friends in the communities. I think that's really good. Blender's community is one of the best things it has to offer. Genuinely, I don't think there's much. I don't think any feature of Blender is better than just the amazing community that it has around it. So work with that community. Yeah, make friends. They don't have to be the same types of artists as you. One of the communities I'm in called Imperfect Artists on Discord. In fact, I'll link it in the description if you're interested. We welcome anyone. Most of them do traditional art or sort of 2D digital art. In fact, the character being drawn here is one by a person called Taku, who runs the server. So yeah, mix with people, criticize work, have your work criticized, and just see what other people think. And importantly, listen to them. I selected them, and I'm just hitting I to that. Now I'm just going to add some then that. And now that's relatively neat. What's this? I see. Fine. And these. And that over them. Okay, so weird arm topology done there. And we're only at 11 minutes, so we're actually not doing bad. See what I can keep going. Oh, don't want to do that. Hopefully I can finish the arms. I won't finish the hands. I'm probably going to leave the hands till last because they require a little bit of fidgetiness. Yeah, that's a word. I don't know if it is a word. Counts. But yeah, hands probably leave till last. Going along the fingers can be a huge pain in the backside. So yeah. And oh yes, this is why you always make sure to go around. Just make sure they're pinned to the. I will probably be breaking that rule for the fingers upside down. It might be easier to just do this about there on the wrist. Yep. There we go. Just make my way along here. Gonna slightly shuffle this one inwards because I know that I'm going to want more for the bit that's getting close on the other side. That should be fine because this part isn't going to really deform much. The most it's going to do is really twist, I suppose. Try and shift all of these up just a bit, or a tad bit, or a little bit. Depends on where you're from. This seems to be going fine. Not generally a fan of adding lots of lines in at once. can often get a little bit messy. It is a little bit messy, but oh yeah, more art tips. What else would I suggest? Not to be discouraged. Like, I know I mentioned it before, but I went on a tangent, as is quite normal with me, as you'll probably already realize. I'm doing it now. If you see people and you look at their art and you think, they're just so much better than me, don't. I know that's just bad advice there. Like, yeah, don't. Everyone's got their own style and everyone's been doing it for different amounts of time. And what's important the most is just that you enjoy doing it and you keep practicing. If you see someone that's better than you, then good for them. And practice and get better than them, and then you're fine. Just don't give up. And slightly hypocritically here, I'm gonna also say, don't make it a competition. Like, art forms are about expression, then they're not really about winning. As nice as it is to win little competitions and things, it's what's important is that you enjoy it. I sound like a hippie. Yeah. Ooh, I know something that I expect a few people might have an interest in. Sorry, commissions. The commissions are a little bit awkward because I've done a few commissions. Some of them paid, some of them not paid. Um, in order to earn a decent amount from commission, you generally need to be recognized. So you need one of two things, rather a decent portfolio or good recommendation. Which essentially means working for free for the most part. There's an error here. Somewhere there is. Might not be. No, it might just be the mesh jumping up to the bit underneath. Alright, slightly overlap. That fixes it. I'll work it out in a minute. I'll find that in a minute. What was I saying? Commission. Yeah, you generally need to have a portfolio. I would say there's three ways into it actually. Have a portfolio that is good enough that people look at it and think, yeah, I want him to, or her, sorry, to do my art. I want him to do a character portrait of one of my game characters. That's a common one. And or I want him to make my logos. If you do that kind of thing, I do a fair bit of logos and things like that. You need to be able to prove that you can do it before they are going to be willing to pay you to do it. I'm not saying you should do just loads of free commissions, especially considering, I mean, it's a profession. If you've got qualifications in it, then you go by all means use that as your proof that you can do it. But don't expect to just turn up and say, "Yeah, I'm an artist. Pay me to draw you stuff," because they're gonna want to see some proof that you can. And sorry to anyone that studied that, but a lot of people, if you just go to them and say, "Oh, I have this qualification," they're probably going to say, "Yeah, I don't care. I want to see what you can actually do." They qualifications don't mean much when it comes to these things because you're either the kind of star they want or you're not. So yeah, gonna try and neaten these up a bit. Uh, bring some of these down a little. Leave a little space there between this and the next. How was that? Okay. Okay, so that neatly goes over the Albert. Oh, that's horrible. Let's hmm. Seems I did something a little bit silly. So this piece here, I think I need. Um, have a look. So this side I've got that sort of thing. So I have sort of this square here, and then I need to, I think I get it, delete that edge. Yeah, fine. Is it like that? How far back can I go? Okay, so let's have a look then. Try and work this out, shall we? I think this piece here comes out just a tiny bit, like up a bit, and then I make a go from 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it should balance and then flip over. It does. Sweet. Okay, so I pulled it off. Thank you, thank you. Just lay these all flat along here. They're all messy as hell right now. Okay. I think that'll be fine. Okay. What are we on? 26. So that is the arm done, and I did the elbow. The elbow is a bit busier than it needs to be honest. I don't think I should have had that many here, but we will work around it, and it'll be fine. Alright. On that note, I will see you probably later on again.